Machado, Mrs. Lori Rothwell, myself, Jameson Souza, the Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Richard Medeiros, Director of Curriculum, Dr. Bradford Smith, and Recording Secretary, Michelle Fossey. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, before we get into just all the standard procedural things, I just spoke with council, and I will be stepping down for a partial time to be chair or vice chair out of a leadership position due to the non-certified election. Council has advised that we should appoint interim. We should not reorganize, that we should just appoint for interim purpose, and I will not be taking any votes. I can participate, but I will not take any votes on any matters. Due to, this is the first time this has ever happened in the Commonwealth, and there is no kind of legal jargon, so to speak, based on this. So I've always put the committee first, and I'm going to continue to put the committee first. And we do not want to challenge any vote that has been taken place. So, and just to let everybody know, the recount is Thursday at 7 p.m. I apologize for not notifying anyone sooner because I just spoke. So, all right, so with that said, I'm going to turn it over to the superintendent, and then he will run the meeting until we need to appoint just an interim chair.
Souza, I mean, I want the first piece of action if the committee chooses to the remaining board members, if someone so desires to make a motion, we could take care of that for the interim right now and then proceed with the meeting, which is pretty straightforward. I can delay if there's any member that would like to do so at this time, otherwise I will proceed.
I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Mr. Kamara as the interim chairman until we are able to reorganize.
Is there a second? Second. Any further discussion?
Appreciate the board's support.
All those in favor, we'll take a vote. Mrs. Souza, you're not voting in.
I'll be voting present.
Okay. Mr. Aye. Individual vote, okay. Kamara? Present, okay. So we have a unanimous choice. Mr. Kamara, congratulations. You are now the interim chair of the school committee, and we'll turn it right over to put you to work. Really just to identify the meeting in the minutes, and I'll help you out as we get to the budget piece.
All right.
Any other matters of public input?
I'm Elise Kennedy, and I am here. I submitted a written request today. I typed it up and put it in the mail, to be put on the agenda for the June 6th meeting to discuss support for Mrs. Cimo and to discuss Superintendent Medeiros' contract. So I'd like to publicly ask to be put on the agenda as well as the written request.
Is it something that I don't have to forgive my ignorance, is it something that traditionally done for members of the public?
We have a couple of contracts in session. If they would like to go to the meeting, Mr. Chairman, and support like any individual, they have that right to do that. But they cannot talk about any individual contract.
Well, I mean, all due respect, I think the parents or other residents can feel free to speak as freely as they want. We can't discuss anything. But I mean, if it's something that we can put on the agenda, I'd be happy to do it. I mean, my concern is that we can't. I mean, it would be more of an opportunity to speak rather than give and take.
I appreciate you writing the letter, but to actually put that on the agenda would be to single out one person. Now, during open session, if you want to come in and voice your support for Mrs. Cimo, we wouldn't stop. But to actually put it on the agenda, I wouldn't feel comfortable with it on the agenda. But I would not, during public input,
Mr. Chairman, I'm not sure what support means, but having done the paperwork, Mrs. Cimo retired.
And we're aware of that.
I'm sorry?
We're aware of that. Fully aware.
Since it's not something that we've traditionally done.
It is, though. Parents, we've come before and asked to be put on the agenda as parents and been put on the agenda.
But as, I mean,
But we have been put on the agenda for other items.
if this, for instance, was a PACE presentation, which we've done in the past, I know that those have been on the agendas. But I have to agree with Mr. Machado about the contract issue.
That's fine.
I-
Pretty sure, though, it says that you can be asked to put on the agenda, that
I'm
any,
sorry?
pretty sure it says that you can ask to be put on the agenda for any
We
matter.
also have the authority to deny.
That's why it has to go in writing to him.
Yes.
Just a question, are you videotaping and audio taping this, and are they aware of that, because that violates their FCC rights?
It's an open meeting.
It's an open meeting. I'm not hiding it. It's not like it's somewhere secret.
To get back to you, Mrs. Kennedy, I prefer that, I don't want to say outright no at this point. I think I'd rather we talk to legal counsel, just to make sure that it's appropriate for that to be on there, only because of our contractual obligations to both Principal Cimo and Mr. Medeiros as well, so. We've got plenty of time between now and then to get that reading and to get that on there. But if not, we'll do our best to get a hold of you one way or the other. And obviously, even if legal counsel advises against that, you're obviously more than welcome to attend and provide whatever input you like during public input. So we appreciate your time.
So no matter what, if we're not on the agenda, we'll still be able to talk at some point.
Yeah, other matters of public input is, we usually have it at least twice, I think, in every meeting. One usually in the sort of the early half of the meeting and one at the end. But regardless of what legal counsel says, we'll still be able to have your voices heard.
I appreciate your consideration.
I'm sorry, I missed the first couple of minutes of